Yo, what is up, guys? We're here for NHL 25 Fantasy Draft number 4 of the season. This one's going to be the opposite of the last one we did. Last one was all 12 forwards picked first. This one, defensemen's championships. Picking all 6 defense before we touch forward or goalies. Yeah, let's get into it. All right, Mr. GM Dirty D is going to be our GM today. And we'll close our eyes, let it flick, see what team we're going to get. Did it move? You don't know what? I'm going with it. Toronto Maple Leafs. That's who we're picking today. As always here, we have everything turned off except fantasy draft. Makes it the most fair. Doesn't give us any huge advantage over the AI. It's kind of like fantasy draft single season on hard mode. So let me go adjust the settings, turn injuries off, and then we'll get started. And here we are, guys. I'm going to guess that we are going to get pick number 13. That's what's sticking in my head today. Let's see. And we get pick number 18. That's pretty close. Let's just hop right into it. Again, name of the game here. All 6 defense before we pick any forwards. And Adam Fox and Heiskanen go back to back here. 2 guys I would have loved to take. Let's see who the best defenseman is available. We have Yossi. We have Hedman. Let's take Roman Yossi. Again, we're not going to get the greatest forward, so we want to try and get defensemen that are more offensive and offensive awareness. It's going to be Yossi, so that'll be our first pick. Okay. You know what? To go along with one of the most offensive defensemen, we're going to go with one of the most defensive defensemen. Probably the most defensive defenseman. After that, again, do we want to go offense and go with Carlson? Is he still at least two-way? You know what? That gold X factor, let's take Petro. Have a quick look just to see our handedness here. And after that, we'll adjust accordingly. We have a lefty, lefty, righty. So let's get a second pairing right defenseman here. Hopefully. Is our Erik Karlsson that man? He has to be a right defenseman. Absolutely. Again, we're going offense on our defense because, again, that's what we're starting this with. I know it's a little backwards, but it is what it is. Again, it worries me when we get to this point and there's no defenseman on the first page, but I mean, that's it. That's why it makes this a little bit harder. We need a left defenseman and a right defenseman. If we'll take Letang and then go from there. Okay, this will be our last defenseman. I'm going to make sure that we have a good split of lefty and righty. We have a left. We have a left. We have a right. We have a right. We have a right. We just need a left. I think we have lots of offense on this team for sure. Let's go. Maybe we'll get one more defensive defenseman. Or you know what? Maybe we won't. Let's see. So Spurgeon right defense, not what we want. Burns right defense, not what we want. Parayko. Ekholm, he has the X factors as well. You know what? I'm just going to make the easy choice. Ekholm's who we're going to take. Now we can finally worry about forwards and goalies. Let's see. Goalies. But I'm not taking it. We have 0 forwards. I'm not going with a goalie this early. Claude Giroux's kind of the best available. Let's just take him. We're kind of working behind the 8 ball here. Again, it's kind of just take the best available. We'll go between Zuccarello and... Zuccarello's 87. Let's just take the 87. Have a right when we have a center. Ideally, we'd like to get a left winger next. But again, where we're down in the low overalls already, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Do you think Jamie Benn's still going to be there? Let's take Gabe. Hope Ben's still there. And he is not. Okay. Again, let's just take the best overall. Let's take Gus. Let's hope that Huberdeau's still there. We took him last draft. I mean, his contract's horrible. Hopefully he's still there. He is still there. We'll just take him. Again, centers might be our hardest part once we start getting down there. Again, I don't want to take Couture. I took him last one. Again, it's almost stupid of us not to take him when he's sitting right there. He's the only 85. Let's see how Boone Jenner looks. Passing's only an 85. Let's see how much better Couture is. Passing 88. His offensive is just so much better. We'll just take him. Again, it's hard not to keep taking the same players when they're going to leave them there for us, but I mean, whatever. Once we get into some more strict stipulations, obviously it'll help us not pick the same guys over and over, but for now, it's kind of what we're going to be doing. Rodriguez, haven't taken him yet. Tom Wilson's there. We're going to take him. He is not, of course. Let's take Evander Kane. Let's look for a right winger. I mean, Raquel, I haven't taken him yet. We'll go with him. Now, I'm not going to be too worried about the, ideally on a line, you try and get a power forward or a sniper and then a playmaker. I'm not too worried about it at this point. Honestly, our team might end up with 0 snipers. We're not going to look for a grinder third line. We're going to just... I think Backlund's a good pick here. Maybe we honestly even go and look for a goalie right now because the fourth line's probably not going to play a whole lot. Again, it's Talbot, it's Fleury, it's Grubauer. Let's take Grubauer just to change it up a little bit. He's big. Again, if that still matters in this game, it'll serve us well. Braden Shen. Again, center left wing. Maybe we just take him and stick him on the wing. Or maybe we go off the board a little bit. Actually, let's see if there's any young guys left that maybe we could slot on that fourth line. And for this draft, it's going to be Brad Lambert. He can play on the wing. And honestly, we might even go a young gun line and might maybe take another young guy there. Let's see forwards again. Maybe not. Again, maybe not the best idea. What is going on here with this? For some reason, it's glitching out. Can't be just me that's noticing that. Okay. I'd like to get someone a little bit higher, but doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Yeah, let's go with the young gun line. Let's take Jordan Dumais. And we'll take our backup goalie, and then we'll just have to be cognizant that the AI doesn't try and stick an auto-drafted player there. And who haven't we taken yet? Let's take Wedgwood. Okay, and that's going to be the team. We have our 12 forwards, our 6 defense, and our goalie. Sim entire draft, see what team it gives us. And, again, we got to watch to make sure they don't try and stick anyone there for us. They might try and put Fleury or the Jonathan guy there, but again, we'll know that's the team. Don't forget it. Okay, let's pop in, see what our coach thinks of the team. I'm not forgetting this time, and then we'll sim up to the regular season. We'll edit lines, have a look at them, sim the next game, see what the coach thinks. Hey, good day, GM Dirty D. We have a fantastic opportunity to shape this team the way we want. Our professionalism and dedication will be key. Let's set clear goals and achieve them. Let's see what your goals are for the season. Looking at this roster on paper, this team is good enough to make the playoffs this season. That is my goal for this team. So that is the first time that we've done a draft. They haven't said compete for a Stanley Cup, just make playoffs. So, based off this already, this should be our worst team that we've picked so far. Ooh, do I want to agree or do I want to go above? Let's just agree. And let's see this. This is a new thing. I didn't even see this last time. What do we want to focus on? Let's just go for goaltending. Bit of a weird one, but yeah. We'll see you guys in the regular season. We are here at the regular season. Let's have a look at the lines. Just got to hope that Seneca and Dumais are there, and they are. Okay. So, first line, Huberdeau, Giroux, Zuccarello. Again, if someone told you that was your first line, you wouldn't think you were getting in the playoffs either. Nyquist, Couture, Landeskog, Vander Kane, Evan Rodriguez, Rickard Rackle, Jordan Dumais, 20 years old, Michael Backlund, 35 in the middle, and Brad Lambert on the other wing. So those two guys put together are not much older than Backlund on his own. You know what? Let's look at the goalies first. We'll save the best for last. In that, Philip Grubauer, Scott Wedgwood. I mean, they should be good enough because, again, we have an incredible defense in front of them. So on defense, we have, oh my God, Roman Josi and Pietrangelo as the first pair. Slavin and Letang as a second pair, and Ekholm and Carlson as a third pair. I mean, that's more of an Olympic level lineup on defense than a. Honestly, I don't even think any teams in the Olympics will have that good of a defensive core. I mean, it's incredible. So let's hop into the season. We'll sim up to the deadline and see if we can make the playoffs with this team that is focused around defense first. See you guys at the deadline. All right, 2 things, guys. This team, quite a bit better than I expected. Second thing, forgot to predict who was going to lead us in points. I haven't looked yet. I mean, trust me not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to guess Josi. It's kind of the obvious pick on this team that it's going to be a defenseman, and he's, I mean, the most offensive one we have. So, here it is. 39, 16, and 7. We are top in our division, top in the league, President's Trophy right now, 39, 16, and 7. Again, I don't know why in this game it seems like it's easy to be good. It is, in fact, Roman Josi that leads us in points, 54 points. We are... Wow, I'm just looking at the side stats there. 7th in goals per game, which is higher than I expected. 3rd in goals against per game, what I expected with this defense core. Power play, 27th in the league. Again, didn't expect it to be great. We have mostly all defensemen. Penalty kill, 30th in the league with this defense? That is not what I expected. Let's jump into Stats Central, see what everyone's doing on the team. Again, we know Yossi's leading us. Let's see who else is firing. Josi is lead again. Yossi's leading us. Landeskog is second in points. Not at all who I would have expected to be there for. I would have expected Giroux probably. Definitely not Landeskog. Maybe he deserves to get bumped up a line. But at the same time, I don't want to split up. I think that line is him and Couture and Nyquist there, and they're doing well. Or I'll have a look at the goalies, see how they're doing. I mean, they're kind of splitting games. Grubauer seems to be the starter right now, like, you know, kind of a 1A, 1B kind of scenario, and Grubauer is that 1A. Wedgwood, 27 games, 16 wins, 7 losses, 4 overtime losses, 3 shutouts, 9-12 to 270. Grubauer, again, a few more games, 35, 23 wins, 9 losses, 3 overtime losses, 1 shutout, 9-13 and 264. They're pretty well, almost identical numbers. Save percentage off by .001 and GAA off by .06. So, again, pretty similar goaltending numbers. I guess we'll look at the entire league as well. Just see. Obviously, we're not leading. Entire league, we have Austin Matthews with almost 100 points at the deadline. 49 goals, 48 assists, 97 points. There we go. McDavid is at least up there. Again, way too low for him. 28 goals, 48 assists, 76 points. Just from looking at this, I obviously assume Matthews is going to be leading the way. 49. And just because of the type of draft we did here, let's check out defensemen. Cale Makar, 74. Hughes, 73. Fox, 61. See, that's why it would have been nice to get a higher pick. Josi is pretty high up there, but again, you'd love to see him be number 1. Now we'll look at goalies entire league. Gibson looks to be leading the way. 51 games, 32, 15, and 4, 2 shutouts, 909. Not great numbers. Shesterkin probably is the front runner for the Vezina right now. Even Husso might be a wild card with the 7 shutouts, but let's have a look at the league standings here. Again, with how bad our PK is and our power play are, and we're first in the league right now, is a pretty incredible feat. So it's us, then Dallas, then Boston. Dallas is the closest behind us. Let's sim up to the end of the season. Hopefully we make playoffs. Hopefully we get that President's Trophy. And yeah, see you guys in a little bit. Soon I won't forget. If we were here, we'd be a buyer. Let's have a look at the top 10. I'm guessing it's going to be mostly defense because we have a defensive team. Let's have a look and see. Get in, get out before we get any offered any trades. Dewey's there. He's been there a couple times. Brady Shea's been there a couple times. So they're the top 2. And again, Jared McCann, Brandon Carlo, Aiden Hill, Max Domi, Provorov, Garland, Marchman, Kuzmenko. Again, pretty defense heavy on the front, but a pretty even split between defense, goalies, and forwards. So that's your deadline. See you at season's end. Okay, guys. Once again, I'm hopping in. Haven't seen this before. Coach wanted to have a conversation. We set out to make the playoffs this season, and now we've officially clinched a spot. The team is ready for the challenge ahead. Congratulations, Coach, clinching a playoff spot. Paul apparently doesn't want to talk to us anymore. Okay, we'll see you at the end. And, of course, I simmed one day too many. Took us into the playoffs. We'll go into Stats Central. Have a look. See if we manage to get that President's Trophy. Holy moly. Is that the lowest point total of for a player on a playoff team of like all time? I mean, the Caps might have had pretty low last year. I'd be curious to go see. But Roman Josi leads us. 65 points on the season. Again, we're the points are spread out. It's just, and there's probably gonna be someone in the league that doubles our highest score. Goals, 33 to Giroux, and again, it should be Josi, 47. That's incredible. I've never seen that before. 65 points leading a team and into the playoffs, and possibly President's Trophy. Now let's have a look at our goalies. I'm assuming they must be doing fantastic if that's what we look like. Again, they held right around the same. Grubauer did take the lead a little bit more as the starter. 52 games played, 33 wins, 14 losses, 5 overtime losses, 3 shutouts, 9-16, a 2.54. Wedgwood, 30 games, 18 wins, 8 losses, 4 overtime losses, 3 shutouts, a 9-14, a 2.65. So, again, can't be upset with the goalies, and this just keeps putting home that thought that in these games, you do not need to take goalies early. Grubauer, I probably could have waited and got both goalies last pick. But let's have a look at the entire league here. Entire league, Leon Draisaitl takes off after the deadline. 131 points, 63 goals, 68 assists. Absolutely killing it. Matthews, Kucherov, Svechnikov, Hughes, Pasternak, Panarin, and McDavid round out the 100-point club. Goals, I'm going to have to guess that Draisaitl and Kucher tied there. I'm going to be splitting the Rocket, and they are 63 apiece. Our leading scorer had 65, and we have guys with 131. Crazy. Again, just with what draft we did, I'm going to check just defensemen, see if at least Josi finished on the first page. And he does, just barely. Let's have a look at goalies. Leading the way, again, no goalies that really, really did too crazy here. John Gibson, 39 wins, a 911 and 281. Not crazy numbers. The only thing that really stands out to me is Shesterkin down there, 35 wins and a 920. And Husso's 7 shutouts. If I had to guess right now, I'm gonna give it to Shesterkin. So entire league, we do win the President's Trophy, 111 points. Again, just absolutely bonkers. Let's get in the playoffs. Let's do it. First 3 games, sim them. Our last game of the season was against the Red Wings. We lost. Let's hope we can turn it around and not have a game like that. We lose the first one, 5-1. We win the next one in OT. This is the big one. We don't want to be down. We win again. Exact same score. OT again. Let's sim game 4. Hopefully we can get a 3-1, not let them tie it back up. And they do. 6-0. Okay. Huge game here. Winner gets a massive advantage. And again, the winner's not us. It's an elimination game. Let's slow sim it. ×8 first period. The next one we'll just skip it. And the third, we'll slow sim again ×8. Okay, Detroit is out shooting us pretty good to start. We get a power play. Again, I don't expect us to score, and we don't. We get a penalty kill. We don't get scored on. That's surprising. Okay, they're out shooting us quite a bit. We need to start putting some shots. We've only put 5 shots on, 6 now, 7. Of course, as soon as I speak, we managed to get within 4 shots of them. 0-0 after the first. Let's quick sim it. And it is 3-0 after the second. And for some reason, unbeknownst to me, Scott Wedgwood's in net. I do not know why that is happening right now, but it is. So let's ×8. We get one back. Giroux scores on Bobrovsky. We need to get another one here. We give them a long power play. God, it was like half the period. We get a power play we need to convert, and we don't. Less than 10 left. We're getting down to the wire here. We need 2 big goals. Goalie should be getting pulled any minute here. Can we do it? We cannot. There we have it. I think the worst sim that we've had so far this year. Out in the first round in 6 games. There's no stars for us. I need to go and look and see if Grubauer got hurt by chance, or if they really did just play Scott Wedgwood as our starter. What would be the decision for that? He must have passed him in overall. Something must have happened, but oh, that's frustrating. Very frustrating. Yeah, we'll just sim to the end of the playoffs, see who wins the cup. Just looking at who's there. Let's pick the Sharks. And once again, I think we've done 4 drafts now, and this is the second time now Vegas has won the cup. Or have they? I can't remember. They've definitely been really good so far. Yeah, again, Stanley Cup champions. We'll go have a look and see how our team did. Obviously not very well, but hopefully at least someone had a few points, and see if we can figure out if or why or what the heck happened to make Wedgwood start first in the playoffs. Player stats. So we were led by Nyquist, Giroux, Landeskog. I mean, Yossi, after leading our team in the regular season 3. I mean, again, he was only at about not much over half point per game, so I guess it isn't actually that bad. Again, the thing that I'm most concerned about right now is what was happening with the goalie situation. So let's find out. Yeah, Wedgwood just was our starter in the playoffs. He wasn't our starter all year, and then again, he doesn't even have a better overall. I have no idea why they started him. It's, again, super frustrating, but I mean, that's it. An 8.60 and a 4.67 for our starting goalie, Scott Wedgwood. Not going to get it done. I guess we'll look at the entire league. Again, this is... You do everything, you try and win a cup, and then something like that happens where they just start your backup goalie. It makes no sense. So Connor Bedard, 15 games, 23 points. He leads the entire playoffs. That's crazy from the kid. So Kopitar, 19. Brad also on the Sharks. So Kopitar's probably going to take home the Conn Smythe. I mean, again, no one else on the Knights. Rupe Hintz is the next with 17. Yeah, I think it's a safe bet to say Kopitar's going to get it. Now we'll have a look at goalies, see who got that beautiful 16 wins. And it is Semyon Varlamov. We could have taken him, decided not to. I mean, look at those save percentages. That's what you want out of a goalie in the playoffs, not what we got. 9.28 for Varlamov. Looks like the runner-up here, Bobrovsky, 9.35 and a 2.14. Just incredible. Again, our goalies, there they are. Scott Wedgwood, our starter, is the worst of anyone, even people that came in relief. He is the worst in save percentage and GAA. I mean, again, I don't know how we managed to get those 2 wins with that, but, I mean, we did. So we don't need to look at team stats. Let's look at the playoff tree, see how Vegas got there. Vegas went through the Stars in 6, Utah in 5, the Sharks in 6, and then beat Detroit in the finals in 5. Detroit went through the Leafs in 6, the Bolts in 6, the Islanders in 5 before they lost to Vegas in the finals. Have a look at the awards, and then that'll be it for it. So we already know Vegas Stanley Cup, President's Trophy us. We got something. We know those 2. Individual, Leon Draisaitl, Art, and the Hart. James Norris goes to Quinn Hughes. Lady Byng goes to Kucherov. He's been winning this a lot so far in NHL 25. Calder goes to Michkov. That's the only thing I do like. I found in 24, it was just Bedard every single time. 25 so far, it's almost someone different every time. Conn Smythe goes to Sam Bennett. I didn't even see him there in points. So, I mean, he must have had a lot of game-winning goals or something, plus minus. I know this game really likes plus minus, but yeah, wasn't expecting that. Vezina goes to Sorokin. Grubauer does get the Jennings. I didn't even realize, that. So, again, another award for us. Chris Tanev with the Masterton. Bruins coach wins the Jack Adams. Pretty sure that's happened already as well. Selke goes to Matthews again. I would love to see him scoring as many goals as he does and be the best defensive forward. Ted Lindsay to Draisaitl. Rocket goes to Kucherov, who he's sharing it with Draisaitl. You can see down there. And yeah, that's our awards. That's going to be it for this one. If you've watched this one, or you watched the one before this, you should be able to guess what draft number 5 is going to be. We're going to stick with this same trend. We're going to go one position before we pick the other, and there's only one left. So hopefully I can catch you here in the next one. You can tune in, watch that one. And yeah, if you have any comments, any concerns, anything you want to see more of, just let me know. And yeah, drop a like, subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do. And like I said, I'll be putting out content all year long, every second day with a new video, hopefully. Once I get a little bit more time off work or something, maybe around Christmas time, I'll be able to put out even more. But for now, yeah, every 2 days. So again, thanks for watching. Peace.